We're in this together. Supporting the transition from primary to secondary school, a presentation brought to you by the Student Support Services Division Guidance and Counseling Unit of the Ministry of Education. This video is designed to help you understand how you can support your child as they transition from primary to secondary school. This journey is both exciting and at times challenging, so your role as a parent remains critical. Frederick Douglass said, "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." This reminds us that the foundation we lay now will shape the future of our children and help them to be strong. So listen to this video until the end, as the information will empower you with practical tools and insights to guide your child confidently into this next chapter. First of all, congratulations! Your child has successfully completed primary school, a major milestone worth celebrating. But this transition is more than moving from one school to another. Your child is also entering the dynamic and sometimes unpredictable stage of adolescence. It's a time of growth, discovery, and transformation physically, emotionally, and socially. As parents, your role is more important now than ever. You see, adolescence can be challenging for teenagers, and they need your guidance, patience, and understanding to navigate it successfully. This stage is not just about preparing for new academic demands, but also helping your child develop a sense of self, confidence, and resilience. This is why we will explore how you can support them through these changes and how your involvement can make this transition smoother and more meaningful. So let's talk about physical changes first. There will be the development of sex characteristics, primary characteristics that are directly involved in the reproduction of the species, and secondary characteristics which are not directly concerned with reproduction, such as voice quality and facial hair. Another change would be changes in bones, organs, and body systems. The organs will get bigger and stronger, lung performance improves, limbs grow, and bones increase in thickness and in volume. There will also be changes in sleep patterns. Many children start to stay awake late at night and sleep until late in the day. Apart from children growing so fast during puberty that their centers of gravity changes, and this can make them a little bit more clumsy, we also see that there's a high concern for their physical bodies, where their physical appearance matters a lot. And if there are delays in their development, it's also a major concern for them. Another part that we should be aware of are emotional changes. There are feelings of attraction, where teenagers may want to explore sexual behavior, have feelings of sexual attraction, and even question gender identity. You may see some changes in their behavior, such as having more mood swings, having temper outbursts, and a general sense of rebelliousness. And then there's the anxiety about growing up. And this may be seen where teenagers may deny that and hang back, may take long to mature, while others may want to rush the process and find themselves in adult activities before their time. Managing adolescent changes includes you being aware of the changes that they will be going through and letting them know of it and teaching them how to manage it. Also, you can provide them with the items that they need to care for their bodies properly. We know that personal hygiene is important. Ensure that they are healthy, not just physically, but all the other areas. Ensure that they dress appropriately and for their age. Make sure that they should feel comfortable to talk to you about anything. And if they do receive inappropriate touches, let them feel comfortable enough to come and report it to you. continuously tell them that they are special, and that can help to boost their sense of self. Be sure to monitor movies, pictures, and music, as well as their belongings, the conversations that they have on the phone and online. Speak to them where they should be comfortable to share how they feel, and let them know it's normal to be attracted to someone, but they should focus on what is most important, which is their education. They should be told that it's not okay to be pressured into being physical, and they should understand the consequences of negative choices during this period. Your child needs more than just school supplies. They need you and your emotional support. So you can first listen, stay calm, listen, and acknowledge their feelings that we've mentioned before. Even when it's hard to understand, communicate openly. Share stories from your own teenage years and let them know that they are not alone. Pay attention to what they say, but also what they don't say. The nonverbal often speaks a lot. Give them space to process their emotions, but always be available when they need you. Teach them how to solve problems, because they are not always going to be with you for you to fix everything for them. It's also important to celebrate wins, no matter how small they are. It's also important to help them find healthy ways to express their feelings, even feelings that may be uncomfortable to deal with. Always remember to pray for and with your child. That spiritual connection can be a powerful source of strength. Most importantly, even though they're getting older, take that time to bond with them. Whether it's a walk, a meal, or even a chat, those moments matter. Now let's talk about academics. Secondary school brings more responsibility, a larger workload, and your child would need your help to keep on track. And you can do so by setting up a quiet, comfortable study area at home. Encourage your child to create and follow a study timetable, and also to use the timetable that they would get at school, because it's important to have a good work balance, extracurricular activity balance, as well as having time for them to relax. Help them to review their work regularly and stay organized. It's really important to limit distractions during study time, their phones, TV, games, and even friends. Show interest in their school life. Ask them about how their day is going, the classes that they are struggling with or doing well with, and find out about their teachers. Now, if your child has special needs or any concerns, the school will have to know and get familiar with the school rules. There are also support staff at school, and be involved in PTA activities. Also important, you need to start talking about the future, whether it's secondary school, tertiary education, or even skills training. Help your child start to dream big and plan ahead. Having a goal is always important. This waiting period leading up to SEA can be so stressful, but it's important to stay calm and supportive. You have to manage your own anxiety, even though it may be difficult, because your child could pick up on your energy. Celebrate the effort and not just the outcome. Congratulate your child for even completing the exam. Avoid comparing your child to others, and reduce outside pressure. Limit conversations from people who may be negative or may increase that child's stress. Let your child know, no matter the results, I am proud of you, and of course, pray for the best. When results arrive, your reaction matters more than you think. Congratulate your child regardless of the outcome. If the results aren't what you hoped for, still console and support rather than blame or cast shame. Instead, encourage your child to keep moving forward. And if you're unhappy with the placement, there are some options that you can explore. Remember though that you are your child's biggest supporter. Success isn't about what school someone passes for, but it's about the support that they receive from home that a child can do and excel wherever they are placed. Having received results, one of the things that can be done is actually registering the child for the school that they pass for. So you can check with the school, online platforms, or newspaper articles to know the registration dates. If you cannot attend, you can call the school, but make sure that you carry all required documents like essay results slip, birth certificate, parent ID, proof of citizenship, and a valid student permit if that person or child rather is born outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and it's also wise to walk with cash on that day. Another option you can take is if you have questions about the results, you can submit your queries within 5 working days. You contact the Northeastern Education District and pay any necessary fees to CXC. In some cases, your child may need or choose to repeat the SCA exam. Mandatory repeating applies to students under 13 who scored below 30%. Optional repeating is allowed if the child is 14 years or under before the new term begins. Readmission to the primary school depends though on available space. If you are considering this option, you are to complete the parent declaration form and submit it to the assigned secondary school. Repeating though can have its benefits where it gives the student a second chance to grow, build confidence, and improve their academic skills. But you have to make sure that they attend school every day and that they are motivated during this period. Your support is vital to their success as they do the SCA exam a second time. Another option that can be considered is doing a transfer. First, you have to register your child at the assigned school and then complete the transfer request form from that school. That form would be left with the principal. If you need any further information on this process, contact the school supervisor at your education district office. It has been said before and it will be said again, your support does not end at primary school. In fact, your child needs you now more than ever. Secondary school brings its new freedoms and new experiences, but also there are going to be new challenges. Some of these challenges that students may face, we need to be aware of them, and that's what we're going to look at now. And we're going to share some tips of how you can help. Traveling or getting to school. For many students, this may be the first time that they're traveling either alone or far away from where they live. It's a big step and safety is key. So teach your child to be alert and aware of their surroundings. They need to leave home early and return on time. If they are walking to school, they need to walk in groups, or even if they're traveling, they should have a buddy that they travel with. They should keep travel money and their valuables secure, and they should never wait for special taxis or go with strangers. Also monitor their times of departure and arrival times so you will be able to gauge whether they are on time or if maybe they are not coming home when they are supposed to be at home. Another challenge would be extracurricular or co-curricular activities. Encourage your child to at least get involved in at least one. Something that matches their interest, maybe to be football, music, drama, and the like. These activities, though, can really build their confidence, discipline, and time management, and they help students really be more confident, build teamwork skills as well as leadership skills, and they help them to be more connected with the school life. Remember, though, balance is key. We don't want them to overload their schedule. Indeed, we know that another challenge would be friendships and peer pressure. Now, making friends is important, Teach them that they need to be friendly, maybe ask questions, and listen to what their persons are saying. Encourage them to choose friends that would bring out the best in them, but also talk to them openly about peer pressure. Let them know that if they say no, it must mean no, even though everyone else is saying yes. Ask them about their friends, what they do, their conversations, and even monitor what happens on social media. Speaking about social media, it's important to set boundaries. Establish screen time limits 2 hours a day and device-free zones, maybe during meal times, bedtimes. Know the platforms that they are using and how they work. You can actually friend them or follow them online while respecting their space, but talk to them about online safety, not sharing their personal information or talking to strangers. Encourage real-life connections because we want to have a balance between screen time and actual face-to-face activities. And lastly, you have to be a role model showing healthy digital habits. A child does not only follow what they hear, but also what they see. Another important challenge that we should be aware of would be drug use. Talk to your children about the dangers of drugs before they're even exposed to it. Set firm rules about drug use, and the consequences need to be explained that if it is done, this is what will happen. Know their friends and continue to encourage that they have friends that promote healthy practices. Check in regularly, even doing spot checks at school, and model healthy behavior. Children often follow what is seen at home, and watch out for warning signs. Maybe there may be sudden changes in mood, behavior, or friends, and these may be red flags that you need to be aware of. Another challenge that students face: bullying and school violence. Now, bullying is repeated, unwanted, aggressive behavior, and it can lead to school violence and emotional harm. If your child is being bullied, take every report seriously. Encourage them to talk to you and don't advise them to fight back. Teach them to walk away and get help as soon as possible. Report it to either a teacher or someone in authority, a guidance officer or principal, and if needed, notify the police and take legal action. If your child is the perpetrator, the one bullying others, this behavior needs to be addressed immediately. Help them understand the impact of their actions and also there are consequences to the choices that they make. Work with the school to correct the behavior rather than to defend it. Lastly, often not spoken about, but if your child is a bystander, one who stands by and either records or watches on or says nothing, teach them to speak up or report what they see. Let them know that silence can also cause harm when bullying is happening. Many times we don't consider that there are some challenges that are harder to see, but are just as serious, like mental and emotional health challenges. One such will be self-harm. This is a sign really of deep emotional pain where certain students may actually want to hurt themselves or have thoughts of hurting themselves. Look out for unexplained injuries or even secretive behavior. Stay calm, listen, and seek professional help immediately. Teenagers may feel that they're not good enough, and this is why low self-esteem is something that we have to be on the lookout for. Praise efforts, but not just the results that they get. Help them to set small, achievable goals and continuously remind them, feed their brains for them to know that they are enough just as they are. Also important to look out for would be depression, anxiety, and emotional struggles. It may show up in mood swings, total withdrawal, or changes in sleep and appetite, either eating too little or too much. Don't dismiss feelings. Have open conversations. Find out what's in their brain, and if necessary, as soon as possible, seek professional help. You see, your child's well-being is just as important as the grades that they get. Be present, be patient, be your child's safe space. Even with all your love and support, there may be times when your child needs extra help, and that's okay. Really and truly, we want them to get the help that they need, and help is available. so they can turn to trusted adults like form teachers, subject teachers, the dean, the principal, the guidance officer, and even the school social worker. There is additional help that is available for you and your child. We have Childline TT, Lifeline TT, Children's Authority. We also have Student Support Services Education District. These services are confidential, compassionate, and ready to help. Really encourage your child to speak up, if not to you, to someone, because one conversation can make a lifetime difference. Parents, remember, all hands need to be on deck to achieve success. No matter what happens, let your child know. As we end off here, saying it again, I will always be here. I will always support you. As we close, reflect on this quote by Matthew Jacobson. Behind every young child who believes in themselves is a parent who believed first. Be your child's biggest cheerleader. With your support, they can succeed no matter where they are placed. Thanks for watching. We wish you and your child all the best as you all take this next big step together. Need any help? Contact your school's guidance officer or counselor. Email address will be available in the bio below. Thanks for watching again, and bye-bye.